From Upper Michigan Source, this is your Sports on Demand for Friday, December 28th. I'm Mike Ludlum. The Michigan Tech Huskies were not in action, but there was still plenty of good high school hockey at the 44th John McGinnis Holiday Hockey Classic. The championship game had Howell against Houghton. And we will get this one going in the first period. Highlanders putting pressure on the net, and Stefan Franti would score. Howell up by one about 10 minutes into the game. To the second, Highlanders on the power play. Franti across for Dominic Rossi on the back door, and that worked very well. Howell takes a 2-0 lead. Still in the second, Gremlins on the power play. Brendan Erickson will get the puck, puts it in on the short side, and the Gremlins are within one about 5.5 minutes into the period. But a couple minutes later, Howell with the odd man rush. Great tic-tac-toe passing. Dominic Girardi scores, and the Highlanders win their first Holiday Hockey Classic 3-2 over the Houghton Gremlins. Meanwhile, in the third place game, it was Calumet and Hancock. And we'll start in period number one. Sam Erkela will have the puck for the Copper Kings. And between the legs, around the defender, puts it in on the backhand. And it's a 1-0 lead with less than a minute to go in the first. So we go to the second. And Brent Locust will get the puck. And that's not a good thing if you're the opposition, because there goes the wrister. And just 25 seconds into the period, it's 2-0 Copper Kings. Still in the second, now 3-0 Hancock on the power play. But Dean Locust gets it over to his brother Brent, and there goes another goal to make it 4-0. 6.5 minutes left in the second. Copper Kings on the power play. Brent Locust will complete the hat trick as he will just walk in the circle and fire it home. That made it 5-0. Calumet, the winner of the third place game, 8-0. Meanwhile, four teams are converging in Marquette this weekend. The Redmen last night took on the Wolves of Bay City. First period, Wolves try to clear, not successful, and Sean O'Connor makes them pay. 1-0 after popping the water bottle. Later, Ben Hyde, Andrew Fedrizzi somehow slings that one through the traffic and finds the back of the net. 2-0 Marquette. Now 3-0, O'Connor is back at work again in the second period. And he goes around the outside and flips that one home to make it 4-0. Tanner Phillips gets in on the scoring action with a shorthanded goal here. And Marquette finished it off by the count of 8-0. In the earlier game, it was Sault Ste. Marie against Kingsford. Pick it up in the second period, tied at 1. Kaysen Refashini to Keldon Casey in the backhand goals, 5-hole, and 2-1 Sioux. But the Flivers, Emon Weed would score, and number 5 would not be done scoring. But first, we go back to the Sioux, taking a 3-2 lead. Nathan McKinney from Robert Landis. But the Devils, well, they just had to keep watching Emon Weed, and he scores 5-hole against the Grain to tie the game. And yes, Mr. Weed would be added again with the game winner here. And Kingsford picks up the win by the count of 4-3. On the college hockey scoreboard Friday night, Minnesota had a hat trick from Scott Reedy and beat Ferris State 5-3. Minnesota Duluth over Minnesota State 4-3 in overtime. And it was Vermont 4 and Alabama Huntsville 1. We turn to different sports now. Before we get to Hancock and Westwood, say hi to Katie Edelamaki. Westwood recognized the Patriot grad for her 16th place finish for Ferris State at the Division II National Cross Country Championships. On the court, that would be Carly Patron with the easy layup from Maddie Koski second quarter. Westwood up 26-11 over the Bulldogs. Taylor Sebas to Deandra Carroll for 3. Finds nothing but net there. Back the other way for Westwood, Sadika Gardner to Tessa Lease, and her three-pointer would be just as true. She had 15 points, 31-18 red, white, and blue at the half. Maddie Koski led all scorers with 18, including that three ball. For Hancock, Kristen Danis to Taylor Sebas, the drive and the score. But Westwood pulled away for a 63-32 victory. The Patriots are 7-0 heading into 2019. On the boys' side, championship game of the Kearney Invitational between Milwaukee Young Cogs and the Wolves. Good start for James Nelson. He had 20 points on a 7-0 lead for the visitors. Wolves, another big game from Brett LaFord. He'll get all 3 of those plus the foul and good sportsmanship. And the Wolves are on the board. And Carnegie tries to hang in there. Bo Kaufman gets the pass. He has a little time to line up the 3. He had 18 points. Carnegie had 12 triples in the contest, but the Eagles were still leading. Ondargaris Burks gets the pass from Frederick Couch for the layup. Eagles up 20. Wolves did cut it to single digits. LaFord led all scores with 28, but the Eagles won the championship 82-74. In the third place game, it was Escanaba and Menominee, and no, this does not count in the Great Northern Conference standings. Dante Sartorelli, nice acrobatic move, putting it in. He had 13 points, but Escanaba had the lead. For the orange and black, it is Jared Nash, leaning and putting that one through. Austin Willett had a nice contest for Escanaba, and he'll show a little range by hitting the jumper here. Move to the second half. Escanaba is going to break the press. Carter Hudson to Willett for the basket. He had 27 points, and Escanaba picks up the victory 78-69. On the scoreboard, Chassell 8 better than Hancock, 72-64. Negaunee defeated Manistee 56-42. Wakefield Marinisco 13 better than Three Lakes, 62-49. Rapid River and Mid-Peninsula will try another date. In women's college basketball, DePaul defeated Finlandia 93-52. Holton's Harley Froberg and Hancock's Taylor Pertilly combined for 27 points for the Lions.